start with a silver spoon in your mouth, then we're not the same.
We're not the same.
So we need to stop lying and teach the truth to our kids. And like right now, that's why I show my daughter The Birth of a Nation. I'm teaching she black and beautiful right now. Not when she be extreme and racist, but teach her that now. So when she encounter racism, she already know what this is about. You know, instead of being like my brother say, they be in these break rooms crying and I got discriminated against the job and everything because they don't understand what happened because they've been lied to and told, listen, you know, you are like everybody else. It's not like that. Everything has changed until that situation happened. Then you will see, like they banning you cause of braids. Yeah, bro, they banned this sister. That's what that was about. The EEOC tried to challenge it. They have made a law where they can discriminate against you because of your hair, and that's your cultural heritage. So you tell me. Then you got people like Raven Simone sitting up there talking about your name Watermelon Drill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hire you. Really?
Right.
So he perpetrated.
Bruh,
right.
I said that earlier, man. Stockholm Syndrome, right? You get,
right.
You know, what it say? You got the feeling, you got some kind of way about those that's abusing you, you know, because again, you have that. I think Paul Mooney says it, you know, the illusion of inclusion. You know, I've heard some people say that before, man. You know, and it's like so. You get a part of a system, and you get acclimated to it, if you will, and think, oh my gosh, they really like me. Oh my gosh, I finally made it. You know, hey, if I can make it, you can make it too, as you said. But if I don't know your hindrances that may stop you from getting to that point, that's why I say though, man, we have to deal with each other in love. We have to deal with each other in understanding. We have to deal with each other with some empathy as far as, you know what, I don't know everything you go through, but we can sit down and rap-a-taste about it for a few minutes with an understanding ear. Not a judgmental ear, not a pointing the finger ear, right? Because as I say, man, post-traumatic slave disorder. There's issues. There's sickness, man. There's people, and everybody does not heal the same. Everybody does not take everything the same way. And I mean, we're the descendants of those slaves that made it, man. We're the descendants of the stronger. So every black person walking around right now, man, you strong. You strong, baby, because you here. You made it. You know what I'm saying, though? You was here to survive. You know, they didn't kill off your legacy. They didn't kill off your dream. They didn't kill off who you are. You feel me? And so that's when I get angry and I get upset when I see us against us. When I see us attacking us, when I see us downing us, man, nothing warms my heart more, man. When I look up and down, man, a social media feed, man, and seeing other people in business, that's entrepreneurs, man. The young man I talked to last night, Mr. Ace Cortez, I'm saying, you know, all these other people out here, man, Mr. Eugene Alexander, Mr. Will Wright, I'm saying Mr. Darrell Muhammad, all these guys out here doing great things, and Mr. Darrell Hatchett, and they have time to still congratulate other people on the things that they're doing, right? You know, they're businessmen and entrepreneurs in their own right, and they still have the time and energy to do, and T's Wings down in Crockett, you know what I mean, though, Mr. Marshall doing the fish. I mean, they down there doing some things, right? Right? And when I see that, man, my heart warms when I see that, brother. You feel me? Because I'm seeing the fact that they see beyond that. They seeing, they waking up. They understanding what this thing about. They understand unity in the community. They understand that we all we got. They understand that I am my brother's keeper. They understand want for your brother what you want for yourself. I love to see that, man. I love to see that when I see this. So when I see the negative, when I see the crab in the bucket mentality, when I see the what do you say, the Willie Lynch syndrome, when I see all that, that angers me and that upsets me because, again, though, man, haven't we been through enough?
Exactly.
We gotta stop putting more pain on us, man. If I'm mad if somebody else doing it to me, I'm mad if you doing it to me too. If a white person, black person, yellow person, ugly person, it don't matter. If you slap me, I'm still gonna hurt the same way, and I'm not gonna like it.
Right.
It has to stop, man. My fault, man. I went off for a minute, man. My bad.
No, man. It's time. It's one of them serious issues. Be passionate about it. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Yeah, bro. I want to say, too, man, because I know we getting ready to rewind it. I want to say, too, man, that what Brandon said, man, and, you know, what both y'all have said, bro, just to touch on another point is that, you know, when you have people that are being taught that they're superior, and you have of people that's being conditioned to be inferior. Racists are gonna clash.
Right.
It's gonna clash. That's what comes with it. So all of us, we are basically saying, this is all we're saying for those that's listening, is that we have to break this cycle. All of us have to be retaught.
Right.
All of us have to be retaught.
Right.
It can't be the way that it is. And we deal with white supremacy, and the reason we address, that particular group is because that's the power structure. That's the power structure. The structure in the government was put by white people. So this is what you have to deal with when you're dealing with supremacy. Because here it is, 150 years later, we see what the power still exists.
Right.
So we don't have a choice but to deal with them as a collective. Because we know as an individual, they didn't accomplish what they accomplished. They accomplished what they accomplished as a group of people. So we can't deal with them individual. And now, like what Brandon said, collectively, you've never seen to where they did anything in that essence collectively, right?
Right.
They've never done it collectively. And the ones you do see doing something is an act of kindness.
Right.
And that's what we witness when we associate that act of kindness and say, maybe some are not like that. When it's not true. That is not true. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I'm like, Brandon, we have to deal with what the problem is. Do it ruffle feathers, do it step on toes. It does, but if you really want to see change, and change is what we really striving for, you know what I mean, as a human family, we got to deal with the truth. That's what we have to deal with. You know, as black people, our history is not good. It's horrible. It's terrible. Right? And it's the same with a lot of different, ethnicities and races. But if we don't break it down back to and get it back to the way it's supposed to be, this is what we're going to deal with, bro.
You right, brother.
And just like that brother said, bro. Man, we read our history, even if about the 4th of July, we just like to party anyway, anything to come up. But if we read that about the 4th of July, go read what Frederick Douglass said when they invited him to speak. That's why I said in that song, some of these holidays you wouldn't want to celebrate. Go read what he said, bro, when they invited him to speak. He said, you invited me to speak? My people not even considered free? Mm-hmm. He said, the way that y'all act would shame a nation of savages. So he gave it back to them, what they was giving to us, and it's going back to what Vincent always say. We got to give them back some of that stuff they gave us. You know what I'm saying? He said, the way y'all act will shame a nation of savages. Now remember, you was calling the Indians and all that savages. But they weren't acting like that, and they weren't prepared for what he said. So that's what I'm saying. That was his 4th of July speech. They didn't invite him no more.
No, he probably didn't get no more invites, man.
And see, when you say that, you're such a bad guy. Why did you say these things? Well, y'all was fighting for y'all freedom from Europe. Right? That's what that was about. They fought for it. They fought against their own people for it. The Civil War was one of the most bloodiest wars, bro. And what was they fighting to protect? Their money.
Their product,
captive slavery, which
that
was
product.
us. Yeah.
That product,
come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if we start to respect each other as human beings, which is Malcolm X said, I'm bringing y'all up on charges. Not for civil rights, because that's just confined in America. Nobody ain't going to look to it. But I'm bringing you up on human rights.
Human rights.
Right? On human rights, because, everybody got an obligation to look into it now. But the world sit back and watch us get done like this, bro. That's why I'm saying the world. But when the Holocaust happened, everybody was over there then, right? And they'll never let you forget the Holocaust.
Exactly.
The Jews will never let you forget the Holocaust.
And I never let them forget.
I ain't mad at them.
I'm not mad at them.
But guess what? We got a ghetto Holocaust. That's why Vincent said that in the song about ghetto Holocaust. We got a Holocaust too. We got a nightmare too. Our nightmare didn't start with 9/11. Our nightmare started with our ancestors getting off them ships against their will. Then you got this idiot talking about being Carson talking about, we came over here as immigrants. No, we came unwillingly, bro. We came unwillingly. You better check out Glory Island and all that. We came unwillingly. But we are not immigrants. We didn't have a visa.
That man knows that, bro. I mean, come on. I mean, that dude's a surgeon,
Most
man.
definitely.
You got to be a smart man.
Yeah.
Again, you got to think about why stuff is being said, and so again, just look at it beyond just what's on the surface. You got to dig a little bit deeper in order to really see the whole picture and get the whole thing.
We know.
I'm just talking about just people in general.
We got to let the people know. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, some of these youngsters don't understand this.
Yeah.
And they may think everything changed. No, me and you, that's why we talking about Jay-Z. Bro, we didn't need that lesson about getting your credit and all that. So, Shelton, you've been talking about this every week about credit.
Always.
So we didn't need that lesson, but that's for people who don't know, bro.
Right?
You know what I mean? Yes, who think that they have, the average youngster, brother, if you look at the trend, and I'm not knocking interracial because people need to marry out of love. If you're marrying out of love, that's your basis, do that. But what I'm saying is that if you see the trend now,
Lighten
you
it
got
up.
a lot of other people they are interracial, right?
They're going to wipe them out.
This is the deal if they think they change. Is everything changed a lot of times? And a lot of these entertainers, once they make it, OJ, we see what happened with that. Fucking the system. Come on, bro. Like, we got to look at this stuff for what it is, man, and quit sugar pudding and candy coating. And look at OJ now. 70 years old, done lost everything, all his dignity, everything, and look what happened. Look how they took him down. I'm telling you, no black man would leave without a business if you go against the system.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's reality, bro.
Well, that's what I said, though, man. You know, we're going to get out of here in a minute, too, though, man, because I took enough of you guys' time tonight, man. I really appreciate it. But that's where ownership is important. That's where having something to offer is important. You talk about them brothers coming out of prison. If your Bees Moving company is producing and people are networking and taking care of your company, you can hire somebody, right? If Keep On Pushing Enterprises is booming and growing, and then next thing you know can start hiring people, then you can do something. Think about a radio was growing, then it's moving. Vincent with his motivation, with his speaking, with his encouragement. You dig what I'm saying? You can offer something to them. So that's where ownership comes into play. People that we're networking with, that we're communicating with, now you have something to offer rather than, hey, man, can't you do better? Hey, can you do this? That's the reason why, again, you're talking about, no really power, no really change, because there's no ownership. There's no real unity of ownership. There's not enough to do nothing with. You know what I'm saying, though? So, okay, we don't want you over here. No problem. I got a community over here I can go to that will welcome me with open arms, right? So that has to be the key of it, man. That's when I talk about the business and the finance and the credit and all that, because you can't get beyond that. That's the part of the system that you can play the game with. Again, chess, checkers. Which game you going to play? Or you want to play Uno? You know what I mean, though? So it's just to figure out how you want to play this thing because you're part of it. And now our goal as a community is to be able to enlighten and educate as much people as we can, as many as we can, in love and in compassion, and saying, okay, we have to deal with each other as we sick. That's like if somebody break their ankle, right? You can't just, come on, man, hurry up, walk a little faster. You gotta wait on them. You gotta push them. You may have to help them. You may have to pick them up because they hurt.
I like that analogy you use, because that's exactly how we are crippled.
You understand what I'm saying?
We are crippled, bro.
So we need help.
We get to start the same start, If your granddaddy got cows and got land and had all this stuff, and we don't own that, how you talking about we on the same level?
No,
you know what I mean? That's a smoke screen,
as far as a human being, as far as blood is concerned, as far as that, though, man. But, again, man, we don't wrap the tapes on this. Okay, now. What solutions would you guys come with, man? Then we can sum this thing up, man. Like I said, and let you guys get up out of here and do what y'all have to do. And I hope the people have been educated and enlightened and entertained, and also just going to make them want to dig a little bit deeper and reevaluate, where they are and what we can do every single day. You know what I'm saying? With this knowledge of what we are going through, what we're going to do with it, man. And Mr. Booker, man, I'll let you go on and surmise it, and don't forget, man, to give the people your contact information also, my brother.
Right, man. I would say, man, a solution with one solution would be, for brothers, man, to step outside that box. Step outside that box. If it doesn't sound right, it's a reason it don't sound right. If it doesn't feel right, it's a reason it don't feel right. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to accept the challenge. You know what I mean? And we in a bad situation, and it's like it's up to us to get it like we're supposed to, and don't worry about, what others have to say. You know what I mean? Because God is, he does your intentions. all about your intentions.